this is Renee and welcome to my own little world. Today I'll be making a Penpal letter and I'm going to be using Craspire products. Craspire is an online shop that offers a great variety of wax seal stamps and stationery for penpaling and scrapbooking. And you can even make your custom stamp, so there's something for everyone. They also have a blog with great inspiration to keep you going with your scrapbooking and penpaling. I'm going to be using a set that Craspire was kind enough to send to me as a sample, and I also bought some dried flowers myself to use with the wax seal stamps. But first, let me lay out everything that I will use for this letter. I'm going to be writing a letter to my friend Danny. He also has a YouTube channel. I've talked about him many times on my YouTube channel. His YouTube channel name is Dancing Dann, and this letter will be kind of in the style of blue-and-grey and somewhat more vintagey, if that's even a word. But I also be using some hollow and gold and silver aspects as well. And I've been wanting to send him a key photo card, so I already packed that so it's safe for the journey. And I also pre-made some sticker sheets for him with the colors gold, silver, hollow, and of course a little bit of black and white and blue. And along with that, I made some washi samples as well. Also in the same color scheme, of course. And lastly, I also organized some sticker flakes for him in the same color scheme. And inside the pouch there are also loose little star glitter thingies. And I wanted to use a blue envelope, so I'm trying to see whether the pouch would fit into that blue envelope, because I thought that it would go with the theme that I was going for. Then for the letter, I tried something new. I have a A4 glitter kind of thicker paper, and I am going to fold it so it will kind of, in the end, look like a little envelope. And if you fold that out, you will be able to read the letter. So this is what it looks like as the envelope, quote unquote. So let's decorate it. I wanted to use the bigger part in the middle as the letter itself. So I just got started with writing the letter. I got some craft paper and I went ahead and wrote the letter. And with sticking down some decorations, I tried to keep in mind that I didn't want it to overlap with the folds of how it would look like with the envelope, if you like fold it into an envelope, because if you do that, the images might look distorted. So I kept in mind that I didn't want the pictures to overlap the folding part, if that makes sense. And then we're continuing with writing the letter. I also wrote in my letter about the playlist. You can see a QR code in screen, and that's a playlist that I made with some of my favorite girl group or girl K-pop solo artists songs that I am currently obsessed with. So I wanted him to check it out as well. Then it's time to glue it down. And we're going on to further decorating the, well, I will just call it an envelope. I literally wanted to fill every part of the quote-unquote envelope with parts. So for the right side, I decided to put the playlist there. And on the left side, I decided to make kind of a content table to show Danny what he can expect in this letter. So this letter will have a playlist, the key photo card, some sticker sheets, some sticker flakes, washi samples, and I'll also be adding some leftover Taehyung and Yoongi pictures that I printed out for this letter. And I'll also be adding some tea. And I wanted this letter to have kind of a mini interactive part, so I made kind of a flip page where on one side you can see Yoongi, and on the other side, when you flip it over, you can see Taehyung from BTS, because those two are his current biases of BTS. And for both of them, I went with the flower theme that I have going on right now. And then we're on to decorating the last few parts that are still empty. And at first I wanted to put the key photo card in the middle of this envelope, but it made it very bulky, so I decided to ditch that idea and keep it separate. And then it's time for the fun part, because we're going to seal the letter. And for that I am using the wax beads that I showed you in the beginning of the video, and those are kind of beads that look white when they're still solid, but as you melt them and as you stamp them, they will kind of look more to a clear, transparent side. They're not completely transparent, but they are not completely opaque either, and that gave me the idea to use dried flowers so you can see the dried flowers through the wax seal stamp, and it really creates a very beautiful look. And I'm using my envelope stamp that also came with the samples that I got from Craspire. And this stamp turned out a bit wonky, I have to admit that, but I still like how it looks. I mean, it doesn't have to look perfect in my opinion, and it kind of got droopy because the envelope isn't really flat, so it's a bit lopsided, but it still looks great, especially with the silver accent. Then it's time to decorate the letter, and I went for the same kind of style for it. I decided to tear the paper so it gives it a more of a vintage look. And I'm also using a tiny tea bag to keep my current favorite tea in, and I got a little bow on it. The tea is called The Smile of Mona Lisa, and it's kind of a green tea with strawberry and I think rose blossom or cherry blossom. It's really nice. Such a great tea. And then it's time to pack everything in there. And we're getting ready to seal yet again. For this one, I am using the For You stamp that I got from Craspire, and I am only using a blue flower this time. And then it's time to stamp away. And this is where I realized I forgot to put in the key photo card. So sad. So I still decided to give the stamp some gold accents. And at this point I didn't really know what to do. I was kind of contemplating, like, should I break it open or should I just leave it? And in the end I decided to cut off the seal and start over. Because I didn't really want to have to decorate the envelope all over again, I decided to use the decorations that I had on my blue envelope and kind of tear them up and use it as if it was part of the envelope, and it looks very nice. I think that was a really great solution. I didn't want the seal that I had to go to waste, so I melted some wax again. This time just one bead, and I used that to reattach the seal to this envelope. And this time I just used it as a decoration and not to seal the letter. And then it's time to actually really put everything into the envelope and not forget anything. I was really scared to forget everything once again. At last, we're still again going to seal the letter, and for this stamp, I went with kind of a blue color scheme to fit with the front of the envelope. And I think it kind of made it look like a marble look, and I really like it. I put some details in there, some gold. And this is the finished result. And this is the front. Craspire was kind enough to give out a coupon code to my subscribers, so if you want to get cool wax seal stamps or stationery items, you can use at your checkout to give you $5 off of orders over $40. And that's it for this video. I hope you liked this video. Stay hydrated, stay tuned, and until my next video, bye!